hear that baby Gigi back there. And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to Gem in the Crypto, episode 1207. Today is Friday, March 29th, 2024, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10ish today is a 10ish day, and it's going to be a quick show. We both got a lot of running to do, but top stories of the day, SBF meme coins pump and dump as FTX founder gets 25-year prison sentence. Woo! Over $1 billion in U.S. treasuries have now been tokenized on chain, and Bitcoin miner CleanSpark plunges 10% after $800 million share offering. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at the prices for today. Bitcoin sitting at 70,394, down 0.65% on the day. Ethereum at 3,549, down 0.9% on the day. Binance Coin at 618, up 5.5% on the day. Solana coming in at number 5 is 186, up 0.41% on the day. XRP at 62 cents, up 1.3% today. Dogecoin at 21 cents, down 0.3% today. Cardano at 66 cents, up 1.5% on the day. Last but not least, Avalanche cleaning coming out in the top 10, 53.80, down 1% on the day. And Fear and Greed Index looks a little better, not as greedy. We're kind of on the line there between extreme greed and just greed itself. So 82 isn't bad, but that's to be expected in a bull market.
There it is. And of course, giving out some quick shout outs to our Warriors. One of our top Warriors in the I won't even say in the chat, on the stream. We gotta give a shout out. Happy belated birthday to old man Zay. It's official. He's about to earn that professor title, people, because I hear they don't turn into professors until they hit that half age mark. He's officially there, folks. Yes, the best is behind him. Now we move forward. Happy belated birthday, Bitcoin Zay.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I can run for president now. That's the crazy part. So now that's officially old.
I said the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, now we in dangerous water. Ain't no more talking now. I can write me in on this ballot. Let's change some things. I feel you on that. Hey, and shout out to Jake Fever, I'm pretty sure, who made this shirt months ago. It looks like the shirt needed to be worn today. He put a funny free SBF, of course. He was joking, unless he just wants to get back to the pump and dumps. All right, and really quick shout outs before we get going. Like I said, today is a busy day for the both of us. Laura Smith, Wisdom Bars, Holloway Foundbam. If you know, you know. Chloe Dior, JB, Y Crypto, Ken Mitchum, Satoshi Slim, Kevin Blackman, Hyben T, everybody, the painter. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Morning. Magnolia Pelican. I like that name. It's a dope name. Top story of the day, of course. Sam Bankman-Fried, meme coins pump and dump as FTX founder gets 25-year prison sentence. It is now official. He is going away not for good, but for a semi-long time. This is a federal case, so he's probably going to see 18 years max or some type of deal.
Yeah.
The meme coins based on Sam Bankman-Fried rocketed and then crashed as a U.S. court handed down more than 2 decades of jail time from the former FTX CEO. That's right. On March 28th, Judge Lewis Kaplan sentenced Bankman-Fried to a total of 25 years in prison on 7 counts of fraud, making the former CEO the first person from FTX to face prison for the collapse of the exchange in November of 2022, referred to as one of the biggest corporate collapses in United States history. A few hours before his sentence was handed down, developers start launching the meme coins, dubbed Sam Baseman fraud, humorously sporting the ticker FTX on the Coinbase Layer 2 network base. We know that has popped up. There's been a lot of action going on there. And it looks like the FTX meme coin mania rallied more than 23,000 plus, with the market cap peaking to 1.5 million on March 28th, of course, before eventual rugs and dumps and pools happened. But the bigger part of this story is that SBF is actually been sentenced to prison. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, yeah. So a lot of people on Twitter were very surprised by the sentencing, simply because we have something to compare it to. Taking billions of dollars and the things that SBF was doing was way worse, some people think, than Ross Ulbricht, who only basically made a website and was denigrated by that. Plus, the federal agents who arrested him got arrested for fraud. So it's crazy that the federal agents did like 6 years, I think, and Ross is still in there. So some people they didn't take too kindly to the 25-year sentence, and like you said, it's federal, so it's probably going to be 18 to 20 with good behavior. Might even get out earlier than that if they find some reason to lesser it, because he has like these quote unquote health issues, and like he has to have certain stuff. It could be one of those deals. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, 25 seems a little light compared to what other people have gotten in the past. Because I know like Bernie Madoff and other people, they've gotten life sentences or was about to get life sentences. So it is what it is. But it's funny, they actually asked that he be lenient and only impose up to 6.5 years. So they were actually going for 66.5 years versus prosecutors was 50. They found a happy medium of 25.
And I mean, honestly, look, if BMF didn't do a full 25, then he isn't either. All right. We know how the game goes. Yeah. My boy about to do, he wanted 6 points. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see 12 to 15, 18. Yeah. 18 is a max number, I think. Yeah. People, we're dealing in crypto. You are absolutely insane if you don't think he has something else tucked away somewhere safe. All right. Like, I'm saying that as a fact. So, yeah, somebody got something tucked away. We know he has properties that clearly weren't fully seized and sold, things of that sort. So I mean, there's definitely capital there. And as long as there's capital there, then I mean, there's lawyers at play, there's appeals happening, there's laws being revamped, there's legislation being so I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I don't see him do the whole thing, but like you said, people have done worse and gotten less. And I don't know, a happy medium for some, I guess, not too long, not too short. But a punishment was served, which I will admit kind of caught me off guard. I thought he was going to escape from all of the shenanigans. So the fact that even a punishment was handed down now has to be served, I think says a lot as it's in of itself as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And like I said, the fact that his lawyers was asked for 6.5, what kind of privilege does this man have? Where they were like, no, only 6 years, man.
You already know. Let's see. Satoshi said they had to make an example of him, I guess, because he's connected enough to have gotten off of some BS story. I mean, honestly, if he didn't talk and run to the podcast and blabbermouth it out, he probably would have got 10 or 12 years off rip. I think the fact that he did so many podcasts and tweets, and it was just like, bro, you are doing a victory lap and making yourself look guilty, that the courts had to be like, look, like, this guy has done the most to make himself look guilty. It would be one thing if, as soon as he was accused of this, he didn't say anything. He just went radio silent, literally until today when the sentencing handed down. It would be one of those things was like, between public opinion and what we can prove 12 years. He might have got the 6.5, but you did the victory lap. You answered the questions. You did Q&As. We have to slap this down. Like we have to for the American public. Like, just show them we're not kidding, like, because you yourself have done it. So I think that's been the biggest indictment, is that he was talking too much. But shout out to the painter, say good looking out on the Discord. For those who are in Discord, dropped a few tokens, could be trash. Well, they all are trash outside of Bitcoin for the most part, but definitely could be trash. But long term could be something fun. Of course, I told some folks, I also jumped in with Bitcoin Chris. I ain't gonna be able to get to you today on the live, but jumped in with Bitcoin Chris on live. You guys know I'll ride some warrior waves for sure. But yeah, more to come on the Discord this weekend. I'm not sure if you can actually hear it because his mic is good, but I'm actually echoing in my place. I still haven't even unpacked yet. I've been on the go the last few weeks. So the game plan is to unpack today and to actually sit down for a decent list of tokens. There's actually been a slight pullback in the altcoin market. So that's a good thing. So for those who are interested, I will see you over in the Discord tonight. Didn't BitBoy box this weekend too? I'm not sure. Is BitBoy boxing this weekend? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear about. I heard about some other people boxing in Dubai. I think somebody was. I can't remember who, but yeah, I heard a few people boxing in Dubai, but who knows? He might have been fighting again.
I've seen more people in the crypto space talking about where is this wave coming from, where a bunch of tech in a tech rich environment. A bunch of coders, developers, and traders and investors now say, let's take it to the boxing ring. Look, y'all can live that second childhood if you want. The check got to be beautiful for me to box, because if not, I'm going to box you like our old boy did off of, what's that movie called? I'm going to have to hit you with the, we lose the game, Bird.
Come out with the
hey,
gun.
I'm not losing no boxing match
I'm not
this
losing
late in
no
my
boxing
life.
match.
I'm
Hey
going
man,
to the gym bag as soon as it's over, homie. I'm sorry.
hey man, my mama watching this. Hey man, I gotta leave. I'm leaving here with
You
something.
got kids and shit.
I got
You
kids.
can't be out. Box if you want. Listen, I don't even want the idea to cross people. This whole thing, oh, you ain't a man, you want to fight. Oh, somebody missed their childhood. You didn't get a chance to get them
I was about to
scraps in. I'm
say,
sorry about that.
did I
I'm
not get
sorry
it?
you didn't get a chance to get them scraps in. But listen, yeah, there we go. Above the rim. Do not make me go above the ring, above the trading. All right, above and beyond the trading. Let's keep it in the trading. I don't know why everybody want to box and throw hands off. So it's hilarious as
It's
hell.
Jake
But
Paul, man. Jake Paul started all
listen,
this. The
yeah, I
influence of
think
boxing
Jake.
and all
Shout out
that.
Jake Paul. He did start it. Shout out to Jake Paul. He started. No, I'm serious. I can't be mad. If the check is right, I'm not mad. But the check isn't right. Hey, just meet me in the alley. We can do it like that. How about this? You want to fight me? Meet me at the crib, okay? All right. Last couple of stories I do got to run. I know you do too. Over $1 billion, over $1 billion in U.S. Treasuries have now been tokenized on chain. That's right. The new milestone was reached shortly after the launch of BlackRock's first tokenized asset fund. It's happening. The BUIDL, which to me looks like it is stealing from the word HODL, which is they're just saying Bildo,
Yeah.
which joined 16 other tokenized government security funds last week. 16 other tokenized government security funds. And we begin. Bitcoin Zay, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah. So the build product was launched on March 20th. Now boasts a market cap of 244 million, which is pretty small. 4 transactions to the fund, totaling 95 million. Added a boost to the fund, making it the second largest tokenized government securities fund. It only trails Franklin Templeton's 11th month-old on-chain U.S. government money fund, which has 360 million. So the inflows are about to be in the billions easily. And I'm doing some research this weekend, but I'll actually jump into Discord because there's another group of assets that I think, in my opinion, they're going to take off because it's BlackRock. It's called RWA, Real World Assets. I know there's some people that have discussed it, but if you're new, if you're on the Warriors, if you've been with us for a while, you know we always find out something new. Real World Assets, RWA. It's going to be on Coinbase. I've researched about 40 or 50 of them. I found about 7 or 8 that are probably, once they get tokenized, they're tokenizing AI, they're tokenizing commodities, they're tokenizing all real world assets, and it's BlackRock. So you know they're going to pump it to holy hell. And all of these assets are going to be available on Coinbase. So you're going to get some early alpha on that because, like we always say, if you find something early, a lot of these cryptos we see are garbage. But real world assets, they're actually tied or tokenized the same way people have been talking for years, that all assets are going to be on the blockchain somewhere, and that you'll be able to trade them a lot quicker. So $1 billion in U.S. Treasuries already tokenized across 17 products, and a lot more coming.
My thing is like they're literally calling it Bildo. Like
Yeah,
I'm still stuck on that.
Yeah, like HODL was the first one, and then they got one called Lend, where it's LEDN. They got remember Gemini had the app that they were about to come out with for a little bit, and it was like
Right.
Send. It was like SEDN. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It
I
came and
mean,
went real fast. Yeah. So I mean, the misspelling, that's just a part of the meme culture of Bitcoin, but it is funny.
I expect it. It's just funny to see banks and institutions now. But hey, guys, we're cool too. Like, huh?
Okay.
All right. It's time to parties. Party's
Hello.
over. Turn lights. Party's over.
Hello, fellow high school friends. Hello.
Right. Exactly.
Hello, fellow teenagers.
Exactly. Hey, they pulled up in a truck too. They just got done doing deliveries. Hello, my fellow high schoolers. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Larry Fink actually just did an interview last week saying young people, they don't want to use the old banking system. Like what they refer to as young people now are like 21, 22-year-olds. They're about to enter the financial space. This old Gen Z. Gen Z is getting old, man. Like they in college now.
I mean, even talking investing now, it's so crazy. Like when I get asked questions sometimes about all types of investments because of this, but people ask me about like the apps and stuff, and I'm just like, they keep it real. Not only my knowledge, but anyone over the age of like 35's knowledge is semi limited when it comes to banking and investing on apps because it's brand fucking new. Like it legitimately just came out. Really, the banking on apps and investing on apps, the way we do it, did not start till 2017, 2018, 2019. Before then, you still could not day trade or do any of these things. Well, so it's like when you talk about this stuff, it's like Cash App, Robinhood. These things are literally less. They're younger than Bitcoin. They're younger than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we're talking about doing all that type of stuff, it's just like, man, like there's so much stuff that is brand new. So you're talking about the 20-year-old, the 18-year-old and stuff that's getting into the investment cycle now. They're looking at a entirely. I mean, again, I've been looking at the Chipotle thing. That thing's about to split 50-1, and it's like shit. I can buy the Chipotle split, before it split. I can buy that on Cash App. You
Yeah.
weren't able to just at your fingertips say, you know what, I'm gonna buy a shit ton of this stock before it splits, like a week or two before up until before it splits off an app. Like this is all brand new. So the fact that we have the ability to do is crazy in itself.
Yep.
All right. Last but not least, Bitcoin miner CleanSpark plunges 10% after $800 million share offering. What's going on with CleanSpark?
Well, speaking of stock splits, which you just stated, they actually CleanSpark actually had a market cap of 4.2 billion, and an $800 million stock offering would effectively dilute the shares by 19%. Of course, that's usually what happens when you first dilute it and you allow more shares to be traded. Usually takes a quick dump. But CleanSpark initially inked a deal for $500 million ATM offering with New York investment banking H.C. Wainwright on June 5th, 2024, where CleanSpark said it may from time to time offer and sell shares of its common stock at 0.001 cent per share. Very, very cheap. And of course, stock dilution. This is a common strategy for publicly listed companies to raise additional capital. Again, the short dump in price that always happens initially. Just some people, they don't want their shares to be diluted. Some people want to get out with early investments. So it is what it is. We saw this with Coinbase. We've seen this with a bunch of companies that just went public. So it is what it is. I don't think it'll stay down there, but it is a good time to scoop it up if you invest, as some people do, in Bitcoin mining stocks. Some of the more seasoned investors, when they talk about buying Bitcoin and holding it in cold storage and it's too technical and all this, I say, hey, if you're an investor, honestly, you could just buy the ETF and invest in Bitcoin mining stocks and be fine. I mean, I want them to get Bitcoin and I want them to have exposure and to have it in cold storage. But sometimes to start out, just to say that they're part of the industry, Bitcoin mining stocks going to go up just the same. So CleanSpark, Riot, let's see, Hut 8, it's a few of them. Marathon. There's a lot of Bitcoin mining stocks that are on the stock market right now. As Bitcoin rises, they will too. It'll just be like MicroStrategy all over again. So shout out to CleanSpark, adding those shares, getting people able to invest into their business worth $800 million worth of investment. So almost $1 billion.
$800 million, almost $1 billion. Awesome to hear. Great news. As we already said, today is a short show. We got to run. A lot of news coming up, though. Man, so many different crypto companies I've talked to in the last few weeks and months, man. They are excited about this market with cycle that's coming up in the happening. But other than that, that is this show for today. Like I said, quick show, touch base. Sam Bankman-Fried getting locked up. It is what it is. He should be locked up for his treacherous crimes, the genius of billionaires. Other than that, like I said, I'll be on the Discord for sure this weekend. I got a ton of shit to catch up with on there. Bitcoin's, any news for you?
That's all for me. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Warriors. Happy Friday and cheers. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to myself.
Happy belated birthday, Bitcoin Zay. Other than that, folks, we'll see you in the Discord. Smash that like and share, and we will see you next week with another show on Monday. Back to our regular schedule.